Welcome back everyone, my name is Action Packed. I'm back here giving you guys an Exo Zombies storyline video. In this video I will be breaking down some quotes within the game from the characters that we play as. Some quotes after the game ends, you know, the little after action report. There's some quotes that play there as well. There's a total of 4 of them, which I have to credit JC Backfire on YouTube here. He has actually been the first one to upload that to YouTube, so shout out to him. But anyways, I'm going to be breaking down several things as well as some stuff from the intro cutscene, all of which, if you put it together, you get some pretty interesting conclusions about the storyline. So hopefully you guys watch through the whole thing and I'll go through the conclusions at the end of the video. But for now I want to talk about that intro cutscene that we see before we actually get into the Exo Zombies mode. And after that I will show you guys a few snippets from it to kind of support what I'm talking about. Now in the cutscene we have the character Oz pretty much narrating the entire thing, and towards the beginning and in the snippet I'm about to show you, he talks about how Atlas dropped the bomb and they expected it to end the war, but instead it unleashes a zombie apocalypse. And you know, of course, Atlas being Atlas, they wanted to study it, they wanted to do tests on it, and they tried to do so, and pretty much that's where we ended up with the Exo Zombies mode that we have right now, or at least some people seem to think so, and I'm here to tell you that that is actually not the case. It goes a lot more in depth than that. So here I'm going to roll the cutscene and then I'll talk again afterwards.
When Atlas dropped the bomb, they hoped it would finish the war. Instead, it unleashed a freak show like no one's ever seen. 3 platoons were sent to cage their new pet. 2 came back in body bags.
Stopping there for just a moment, you notice how Atlas says they sent in 3 platoons, 2 of them came back in body bags, you know, 2 of them are dead basically, and then there's a third one that they don't really talk about so much. Now, what happened to that third one? Do they have to do with that Easter egg that we did within the Exo Zombies, mode? Does it have to do with the fact Atlas got their zombie test subjects? Maybe that platoon that lived came back to Atlas and then they were sent back out to grab some zombie test subjects to bring back. Or maybe that platoon decides to stay away from Atlas because they figured out that they're doing a bunch of horrible things and they become their own faction of sorts within the Exo Zombies storyline. And if you guys aren't really sure about the speculation I'm talking about right now, it has to do with the cutscene segment that I'm about to play right now.
An acceptable loss by Atlas standards. Then they brought it here. For research. Gotta get a return on your investment. No one bothered to tell the rest of us.
Very interesting stuff, especially the fact that our characters that we play as within Exo Zombies had nothing to do with the experiments going on in sub-level 6 of the Atlas facility, which I know some of you may argue, well, of course they didn't know about it. Well, it's very interesting because one of them happens to be an executive within Atlas, and I would expect him to at least know something about these experiments going on when he didn't know anything about it at all, which may explain that he is a test subject himself. And before I get into the hard details of showing you guys why all 4 playable characters are actually all test subjects, I want to show you guys a quote that actually explains that Atlas is actually listening in and watching what exactly is happening down at their facility.
An orbital drop is how Atlas sends supplies.
Hopefully you guys were able to hear that, and if you didn't, then I encourage you to listen to it again. In the background you can hear the executive character talking about how Atlas sends supplies using the airdrops, and you know, this occurs within the multiplayer, Exo Survival, and of course it happens in Exo Zombies. So if Atlas is sending supplies to the characters within Exo Zombies, of course, you know, someone has to be alive, someone has to be sending them those supplies. Now, where are they sending it from? Well, they're actually sending it from space. Now, if you guys are curious about why I say that, then, well, take a listen to these next 4 audio pieces from the endgame of Exo Zombies.
Satellite confirmed. They've been overrun.
Initiate recall. I want to know everything that happened.
They finally went down. 2 satellites have confirmed.
Put boots on the ground. We need to make sure.
Roger that. Vitals are offline. They've been overrun.
Interesting. They lasted much longer than the others.
So, were the objectives met?
No, there's more work to be done. Initiate phase 2.
Calling it. Satellite confirms they've been overrun.
Excellent. Retrieve the specimens. Bring them in for further testing.
Roger that.
Wow, that is absolutely crazy. Now, we know for sure that Atlas, or at least some sort of outside entity, is testing on these 4 playable characters within Exo Zombies. Now, why are they doing this? They could possibly be doing this simply to test out the strength of the zombies. Maybe they're actually commanding the zombies to attack those characters somehow. I don't know. Maybe there's something that went on in those labs we don't know of yet. And maybe we'll learn that in later DLCs. But what we know for sure right now is that these 4 playable characters within Exo Zombies are all being tested on. They are actually test subjects, just like the zombies were before the outbreak. Maybe the whole entire outbreak was fabricated as well, which there's a quote lurking around within the Exo Zombies mode talking about how I feel like this isn't an accident, and you know, I couldn't hunt that down, but that is one that's in there. So that's about it for all that we know right now, but I'm curious to see what you guys think about what we don't know. So let me know what you guys think about the current Exo Zombies storyline, and if you guys are excited for the DLCs, as well as where do you think the Exo Zombies storyline might develop from here. And if you guys are interested in watching more Exo Zombies videos by me, then you can actually click the image on the very top of the screen. It says Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Exo Zombies playlist. That image will actually bring you to a series of videos that I made for Exo Zombies. But if you want to get notified in the exact moment that I upload a new Exo Zombies video, then be sure to subscribe to my channel by clicking the bottom image of the screen that says subscribe. Thank you for watching today, and I'll see you in the next one.